Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode. Thank you so much for joining me. Today is the third episode of our PPC series, Amazon PPC series. If you didn't watch the first and the second one, please go ahead and watch them before you watch this one. We are taking the PPC from the basic steps until we create a campaign, which is going to help you a lot for understanding the full PPC terminology and understanding what this stands for, why it's important, and everything that's in between, which is really, really helpful. I think when you build a great foundation of PPC, you'll be able to understand it better, and you'll be able to build those awesome campaigns that are very effective to your own product, because I don't believe there's one strategy for every product, for every person. Each one has its own situation, its own way of approaching it, and that's why I want to give you the big picture, so for you to be able to draw your own story, your own campaign that's really effective. So in today's episode of PPC, which is the third episode, we're going to talk about the campaigns, what type of campaigns we have, and also the match type that associated with them, and why these are important. Because Amazon rolled new features that I didn't mention in the last video, because I want to mention in this video, that related to match types, and that's really important. So let's talk about campaigns. So now in Amazon, in PPC, there's two things, two kind of campaigns, or two type of campaigns. There is the automatic campaign, and also there is the manual campaigns. Now, what are the differences between them? If you have an automatic campaign and you created a listing and you're running automatic campaign, PPC automatic campaign, what happens is Amazon will choose what keyword are related to your product or has high relevancy and most likely is going to translate into a sale, and most likely they are very targeted to your own product. So what they do in this case, when you build your listing, they go through the bullet points, they scan them, and they start showing you up for keyword they think that it's very relative, which is takes a lot of heavy lifting from you, and you let Amazon do its own job. Now, manual campaign is the opposite. It's basically telling Amazon, I want to build those manual campaigns. I'm going to provide you with the keywords that I know they're very related to my product, and please show me up for these type of keywords. Now, when you do this, for sure you're going to have more targeted audience. You'll be able to know exactly what related to your product, what's gonna work, and with taking the guesswork out of it, which is really important. Now, both campaigns are very, very effective. Both campaigns could be very, very good, because all depending on the concept of the campaigns on PPC as a whole and how you use them very well. But for now, I'm not going to explain that. Hopefully in the next episode, the one after, I'm going to talk about the funnel strategy of PPC and how does it work and how you can utilize those campaigns effectively together, or side by side, or individually. So we're going to talk about that. So now let's talk about the automatic campaign first, because before automatic we didn't have any match types. Like automatic you just run it, and if you put, like, for example, let's say a coffee mug, it will show you for anything that has coffee or mug in it. So it could show you for coffee coaster. It could show you for a coffee coaster. It can show you for coffee spoon. It could show you for coffee beans. It could show you for anything that related that has coffee or mug in it. So it could be mug Yeti mug. It could be a mug water mug. It could be for anything. So that's why automatic used not to be very effective, but now has changed. So let's jump into my screen and let's show you the automatic campaign. I'm not going to walk you through the whole setup. This is only to show you the match types and the campaigns and how you utilize them. And the next one, once we get to the end of the series and we'll create a real campaigns, I will show you how to do that. Now, let me share my screen. So guys, here when I create a campaign, you're gonna come here, you have the campaign name, you have a portfolio that we talked about, we have the daily budget, how much I want to spend on that campaign, and also I have two kind of targeting or campaigns. We have automatic targeting and manual targeting. Now we're talking about the automatic targeting only. So let's get into this. Now, if I come here, you see all the dynamic bids as explained on the last episodes and last videos. Please go ahead and watch them because it's really crucial. If you take them, do not slack. They're very short videos, 15-20 minutes. It's supposed to be 10 to 15 minutes, but I think I talk too much, so hey, it is what it is. So this is what you need. This is the ad group name, which is we're going to talk about more about the campaign ad group and how it structures from campaign ad group and targeting, and I'm going to show you that later. But now this is an ad group name. Here is going to be blurred, I'm sorry, but here where you're going to choose your product. But this is the important, guys. Before, I used to set 75 cents and let Amazon does whatever it wants. Now the new feature, as you see here, set bids by targeting group. This is crucial, guys. So now you dictate Amazon what it can do for you, because there's 4 kind of match types or targeting groups in this automatic. There's close match, loose match, substitutes, and complements. Now, if it's a close match, it's something that's really, really related to your product. If I have a coffee mug, it will show me anything that has coffee mug in it. Loose match, if someone looking for a coffee mug but also want coffee cup, or they want something a little bit broader. Like if you see here, they did it very well, and let's do it with their example. If you're selling Doppler 400 count cotton sheets, we'll show you for cotton sheets only or 400 count sheets. So it's very related. It's going to choose the keyword, the main keywords that you have here. It could be whatever segment from them, whatever dissect them, how they dissect them. Now loose match is the opposite. Like if I have, not opposite, it's just a little bit looser. It's a little bit, you can let Amazon go ahead and look for more things. So if I have Doppler 400 count cotton sheets, you could show it up for bed sheets, something that related to the bed sheets, and also for queen size cotton sheets if you want. So this is a little bit looser. Now substitute, which is if I have, let's say I'm selling 20 ounces coffee mug, also show me up for 10 ounces or 15 ounces, something related that has the likelihood if someone who's looking for that can buy mine too. And complement is basically complementing right away your product. So I'm buying a coffee beans, and you show up for coffee cups, and maybe someone who's buying the coffee beans can buy your coffee cup. That's how these match types, and these are very important, and how you structure them, we're going to get to it when we get to it, when we create our campaigns. But for now, this is how you do it for automatic campaigns. So we have the automatic campaign, and then with the match type or the bids targeting group settings, where we can even filter it even more and more and more. Now, let's go to the manual campaign. So we finished automatic campaign or automatic targeting. Now talk about the manual targeting. Manual targeting, it usually has 3 types of match types. There is a broad, there is a phrase, and there is exact. Now, the extra thing that being released is a product targeting or category targeting. Is basically instead of only targeting a keyword, now you can target other product, another ASIN of your competitor, or you can also target a category as a whole, which is really, really cool. Now, let's go to manual, the same process, everything. We have the same dynamic bid. Now for keyword targeting, see the product targeting, keyword product. These are 2 kind of match types. The 2 kind of targeting ways for you to target or to set up your campaigns. Now for keyword targeting, if you come here, usually if you have this is only a dummy thing, a dummy account, and not dummy account, sorry, it's another account, it's a new listing and there's nothing in it. Usually if you have a listing, we'll populate all the suggested keyword, but usually you can use enter keyword, and these are the match type. Here you can choose broad, phrase, and exact. Now, what does broad mean? Broad mean if I put a coffee mug, Amazon show me for anything that has coffee mug in it. The phrase itself has coffee mug. It could be 20 ounces coffee yellow mug, like you have a coffee and you have a mug. It could be a keyword in between, keyword before, keyword after, or have them together and have a keyword after and keyword before, or have the different sequence. It could be mug and coffee. It could do anything that's related to your product. Very related as a broad match, and has its own way of using it, and it's very important, and I use it, and really important. Now, and also you need to keep in mind, this will include any This will include any misspellings or plurals, singular keywords. So if you have coffee mugs, I could show, I mean, if someone types coffee mugs and that's what I target in my broad match, I could show up also for coffee mug or coffee's mug. I know it doesn't make sense, but let's say that's what happens. You'll be able to get the plural and singular of that, and Amazon will be able to do it even for misspellings. It's actually for all the match types. For phrase and exact, all of them, they're going to have the same kind of procedure or the same kind of thinking. All right. Now, a phrase match is basically you have the phrase sentence, coffee mug itself, okay, together. They have to stick together, coffee mug together, and then add a keyword before or after, or both. So it could be yellow coffee mug, then 20 ounces, okay? Or it could be 20 ounces coffee mug, then a word. Coffee mug has to be together, and you can add a keyword before or after, or just yellow coffee mug, or coffee mug 20 ounces, whatever it is. This is a phrase match type. And the same thing follow with it. Singular, plural, misspellings, and all this stuff. Now, for exact match, is basically exactly what it says. Is the exact match. If someone types coffee mug, I only show up for that specific ad if I get coffee mug. If someone types coffee mug. If someone types coffee mug, I will show up. And for sure, the same thing. Singular, plural, and misspellings also show up for it. That's what the difference between a broad, phrase, and exact. Now, also for broad, I forgot to mention, you'll be able to be like for coffee mug, if someone types something about, I don't know, Starbucks container maybe, or something very related, you also show up for it. Like for example, if you have a Star Wars movie and someone mentioned Chewbacca or something, maybe I killed it. I think I just looked at this guy. Okay, if you mention this guy, Star Wars also will show up. That's as a broad match campaign. And now, these matches or match types or whatever you put is basically dictate how you're gonna show up for a keyword, how your ad is gonna show up. So by manipulating those different match types, you'll be able to dictate how your ad is gonna show up according to what this consumer or the buyer is doing on the search bar. So if someone types coffee mug, depending on those match types, you will show up for different search terms or different keywords. See, that's how you use them because you're not going to know every keyword out there. Now, the second feature manual is a product targeting. This is amazing. And so basically now, which is a new feature, you will target a category. So let's say I'm in health and beauty, and in supplement, I'm under apple cider supplement or something like that category. I can say, hey, listen, I'm selling apple cider vinegar liquid, not bills, maybe nothing of that, but target this category as a whole. So show me in this specific category as much as you want. This is what category is. I actually don't like categories. I don't see good results coming from it. But if you want, you can. You're usually gonna have the suggested, or you can search for the category that you want. Like I can come here, I can refine it, and whatever you want. Now, this is the individual products. This is, remember what I showed you in the first video, is basically if someone goes to your competitor's listing and go to the bottom, you see sponsored ads. This is where you're gonna show up for individual products. So now, this is very important because I can feed on my competitor's traffic. If my competitor has maybe lower product, maybe lower reviews, maybe lower rating, and he's running ads, I can show up underneath him. I can target him and say, hey, listen, Amazon, show me underneath this guy because most likely I'm going to convert better because of a better offer, whatever it is. So you'll be able to test that with individual products. And the same thing, you can have the suggested, or you can search it by yourself for product name, ASIN, or SKU, or you can enter a big list. Like this is what happened when you have automatic campaign. You're running automatic campaign, you have a lot of ASINs. Maybe you can download them and you can upload them here, or just copy them and paste them here, and you target them all and more specifically, which is really, 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 really cool ideas. So guys, I think I covered the campaigns and match types very well for you to guys understand them, because very important to understand the campaigns types and the match types that are included underneath them, especially with automatic. Now have a different kind of targeting and bid targeting as a close, loose, substitute, and complement type, and also for manual campaign, which is, we all know, the broad, phrase, and exact. And also now we have product targeting and category targeting, which is phenomenal new way of doing it. So guys, if you have any comment, anything that wasn't clear, please leave a comment below, and let's leave the engagement. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, because we need to help other people. We need to show up in the algorithm, because we want to help other people as much as I want to help you guys and help everyone. And thank you so much for tuning in, and please hit the notification bell, because we're gonna release the second video about this PPC series. So every time we show up, every time we come up, you'll be the first one to catch up on the series. So guys, thank you so much for joining, and I hope you guys are having an awesome, wonderful day. See you in the next one. Take care.